I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And we are late. That's right. Usually the podcast comes out on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, but this one has come out 5 days late. Actually, more like 9 days late. Look, I blame the Earth for turning. Yeah, if the planet would just stop spinning, give me a 36-hour day, my life would work. How the hell have we survived as a species? You know, we always take on too much crap and never get all of it done. If I could get 70% of what I wanted to get done 30% of the time, I would be a god. Talked about for centuries. Hundreds of years from now, I want groups of humans to sit around and talk about the Titus. Yes, Christopher Titus. He was one who completed 70% of what he chose to do 30% of the time. He was a legend. We will drink a pint of ale to him, but only a little more than 2/3. Where the hell does the time go? Am I just an idiot? I mean, I know how to work hard, but damn, it's like time cranks up to ultra fast forward while I turn down to super slow. I blame my kids. The weird thing is, I know I can get 7 things done between the time I dropped them off at school and the time I picked them up from school. Then, in the middle of bench pressing a transmission over my head to get a hot rod back on the road, I get a call from the school. Dad, we got out early today. You need to come pick us up now. I should have told you, but I'm a kid and I'm even more self-centered than you are, and you're a comedian. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Fuck! Then I pick him up. And I have to take my son to soccer practice, so I do a couple miles while he's bumping into his teammates and count that as a workout. Then rush to Costco to get enough groceries and some extra for Armageddon for another week before I have to pick up my daughter at basketball practice, get home, unload, check homework, recheck homework, eat dinner, make sure the kids know I don't hate them, kids. I love you so much. I just have so much shit to do. Now get in bed and read your book. No, wait, go make your lunches. Ah! All right, kids are down. Babe, how was your day? Yeah, I know you're busy, hon. Yeah, I know it's a bitch running your own business. I know. Thank you for everything. Do you want to have some sex later? Wow, I hate when you sigh before you said yes. But I'm a man, and a sigh or not, a yes is a yes. I'm going downstairs to finish putting that transmission in. It should only take 30 minutes. Love you, babe. So now, people, I'm under the car. Transmission finally goes in, and I check off the 3rd thing out of my 7 on my list for that day. Then I go upstairs and add the other 5 things to the pile of crap I haven't got done over the past 2 months. And damn it, I still have to write an Armageddon update. Ain't this a bitch? I'm Christopher Titus. It's 2 a.m., and this is the Armageddon update. Now I'm going to go have some sex. Babe, are you asleep, honey? Shit. Hello, everybody. Christopher Titus. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's very late. And we're very late on the podcast. Apologies for that. Been busy. With me, as always, to the right, the lovely, the beautiful, the amazing Bombshell Rae.
What's up, people?
And to my left, the obnoxious and looks like you put on a few pounds, Willie Jello Johnson.
Oh, that's some bullshit right there, man. Why you gotta talk about my weight, man?
I think he means muscle.
Yeah, that's what I meant, muscle.
No, he didn't, man. I know what he's talking about. So look, Cheesecake Factory gave you too much damn food, and I ate too much damn food when I'm at the Cheesecake Factory. Hell, for God's sake, what you expect you're gonna get? It's called Factory.
It's a good point. All right, guys. So
Fat Factory.
Yeah, but Cheesecake Factory. That's all they do all day, 24/7, pounding out cheesecakes. If you don't think you're going to get fat walking in the Cheesecake Factory, you've made a huge mistake.
Have you seen that? Is it just in California where they have to put the calorie count on it?
They pulled that. They changed it.
Thank God.
They changed it. I think there's some. I think they had the cheesecake. Here's what I love, because the calorie count was for your health. So, but because it was costing them money in cheesecake sales. The cheesecake lobby got involved and was like, you can't just keep putting the calories. You can't
just keep putting the calories.
The cheesecake lobby. Yeah, there's too many. You have to keep. We're trying to do business here.
The cheesecake lobbyists sound way different than the Zumba lobbyists.
Yeah. Hi. Keep shaking that booty. Let's do this.
Oh, man, I love them Zumba lobbyists, man. I watch the Zumba lobbyists testify all damn day.
Of course you would. So, time. That's what I'm talking about. So we were talking about podcasts, and we were noticed that we had actually pretty much gone after every freaking raging news nightmare on the planet for the last couple of months, and we decided to actually take one and talk about some human being stuff. Because if you guys want to see the war in Iraq again, the attack in Syria, or the bombings, or the people, the terrorists that are coming to get us, they're sneaking through the border right now. Thank you, Canada. You can go watch it on TV, but today we're going to talk about a little bit of human being stuff. It's weird. I understand myself a little better when I just did that Armageddon update because I know because I'm tense a lot, but it's because I pick 65 things to do,
Right.
and then I'm mad that I can't get the 65 things done. That's my biggest problem. So I've decided to now continue to do that, but just understand why I'm mad. I didn't say I wasn't going to stop being mad. I was just going to just keep going.
That's why it always freaks me out because I watch you pile things on, and I feel scared.
Yeah, dude, you tend to watch sometime, man. Sometimes I never needed an antidepressant or some sort of calming medication up until I hung out with you. And it's not that I work any harder, but you do. So,
And I don't think if I was sufficient at work, it would be different.
Right? But you just keep adding stuff on. Then you're mad you don't finish it. Then you're mad that you didn't finish it. Yeah, you didn't need to do it anyway.
Look, everything I add, I need to finish.
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, you need to change them wheels on that car one more time. That's right. Yeah, you gotta do something that don't need to be done on something that already worked good.
What are you, my dad now?
I'm channeling your father through my body. Right?
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So what I've noticed is we don't make enough time. You think all these things would help us, right? Like phones. Like you think that the cell phone, the computer, all this stuff would make it so we had free time.
No, it's opposite.
Yeah, because it lets us it gives us more time, so it adds on a little bit more things that we can do.
I don't even think it gives us more time. I think that the biggest problem with that is that it makes us too accessible to other people. So, like, I remember when I was little, you left the house.
You were never little.
True.
You came out of the womb like a colt, like 5'8".
3, 5, 4, 5. I remember you'd leave the house and
Yo, I just thought what that John Head must have done to your mom's vagina.
Stop talking, man. My God, dude.
my mom was a dancer.
So she shot you across the room when
Yes.
you came out.
It just went.
It was like. Doctor had to catch his mitt.
3, 5, 4, 5, man. I'm so confused already. This is a good example of why you and I don't do time management well. Everybody at home is
ADD.
listening, going, ah.
Yeah. Computer.
It's because when you'd leave the house, you left the house. You were gone. You couldn't get in touch with anyone. They couldn't get in touch with you. And it's like now, if you don't answer your phone, we even know how many times the phone rings if someone denied the call. I'll say to my sister, I know you didn't just deny my call, because on Apple it's 2 rings and it goes to voicemail. That means that they hit decline. So it's like, why are you declining my call? So you're very accessible. People expect you to always be available. And if you're not, they know that you're intentionally not responding. And then it's like we always have computers. We always can go online. So other people's expectations of us is, well, why? You have a laptop. You have Wi-Fi. You've got a phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
but that goes back to the narcissism of society now. Why the fuck do you think that I should spend my time on you? Really? Are you upset that I didn't talk to you? Now, you tell me. I have my life to do. How about you have a little consideration that I'm doing something and not expect me to pick up the phone every time you call to say this? What are you doing? If I ever, I'm to the point now, if someone calls and goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I was answering the phone call. I thought it was going to be productive. Turns out I was mistaken.
That's me. I'm the one that says that.
Well,
I'm the only one that says that.
No, you're the only one. So
I say that to everyone when I call them. What are you doing? It's because.
So what do you like, creating nightmares across the world? You're starting these free radicals
It's
that create
because
tumors.
Sometimes I wonder what people are doing. Like, hey, I wonder what my sister's doing right now.
Do me a favor, live in the mystery and don't call me. Just live in the mystery.
I'm narcissistic. I don't live in mystery. I need to know now.
Yeah, but some people are narcissistic and don't deserve it. You're so beautiful. You deserve to be narcissistic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're so pretty, man. You should be thinking about yourself all the time because everybody else is.
Hey.
Hey, man, the truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth. That's
Hey,
Willie's
Bob.
t-shirt.
2 F's.
By the way,
Can we spell it with 2 F's?
That's how it's spelled, ain't it?
are you going to the taping this week? This is another ADD moment, but it's on my mind pretty heavily. Angry Pursuit of Happiness is finally being recorded this weekend.
Damn straight, I won't be there. We spent all day yesterday building that set. Man, see them things outside?
Did you actually build?
Yeah, I helped him out. We had to stick on these things with these 4x8 things, light boxes he made, man, with these silhouettes on it.
Yeah, and they got like so lights on them, and all the silhouettes are black.
As well they should be.
Okay, let's go. Let's go to that. Because yes, that's right, people. You just heard it correctly. He made his own set pieces.
I have a company. I have a production company called Combustion Films. I build my own sets. I design the sets. Well, actually, I designed it and gave it to Chip Foose, who designed Norman Rockwell. The set for 5th annual, they wouldn't let me, but I sent them a sketch and they built the lamest version of it. That was a different production company. Third one, Love Is Evil.
You designed.
I designed the sets and they built it. They did a great job. And then I did, and then Nevolution. I sat down with the guys. Remember those guys at Nevolution that we worked with? That was the last time I worked with a production company outside my own. Remember they said we did Nevolution and I go, here's what I'm gonna do. They go, hey, we got this. We'll be filming this on that day. Blah blah blah. We'll get a theater. We're gonna build.
Oh
the
my
sets
gosh,
and
that's
blah,
right.
blah, blah.
I couldn't remember. Now I remember.
Yeah, them guys was assholes, man.
They called like a couple days before and said, we haven't started getting an audience yet.
We were a month out. This is great. We were a month out, and I got a lecture. Here's the thing: people in Hollywood have a problem with me because I'm really hands-on. I was always raised to build cars. My dad raised me: don't let someone else do it. Do it. You should be busting your ass. So when Nevolution came around, they were like, I said, we were at 2 months out, right? And I said, let's get doing it. Here's what I want to do. I want to do a big screen. We're going to do video, rear projecting video so we can show up, blah, blah, blah. And they literally talked to me like I was a 4-year-old. Go play with your toys. We will call you when we need you. About 2 weeks before we're going to film, I call Nick, we can't get anything. We can't get the sets, camera crews. What do you guys want? And they start flipping out on me. So we jump into panic mode, get it done. There's Ramona Theater. It wasn't Ramona. Was it Ramona Theater?
No. It was
San Diego. It was down by San Diego.
Yeah, but it wasn't. You did play a place called Ramona Main Stage, but it wasn't there.
And so we get it all done, and it's just amazing. So then I decided after that one that I was going to do it, and we did all the production on
Voice in My Head,
and we're doing all the production on this one.
But that's what I'm saying. You and I take on really impossible projects, which I love. I love living like that. That was my quote in Oxygen, where it was something brilliant. Like, I would rather fail on my way to an impossible goal than achieve a simple one.
Yeah, then become like get the next level on some sort of video game, right?
Which sort of makes my life that means it's like failure.
Yeah, we live in constant failure all the time.
Yeah, that's right, man. But constant failure, at least you're striving, man.
At least we're failing better than other people are
check this
succeeding.
Out. Both of you, listen, man. Like, let's say you're an astronaut, man. You're going to the moon, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say the rocket blow up halfway. At least your ass was trying to go to the moon, Right. It's not useless. People would say that's horrible. You waste all that time and money, and a rocket blew up. You said, well, the other side of that is I tried to go to the moon. What were you doing?
I put on my to-do list that I'm going to mow the lawn this week.
Yeah. Well, not even that. I was thinking as I was leaving the house, I was thinking to come down and record. I was thinking, well, wait a minute. Are lazy people just really happy? Maybe I should are they just like, I did everything I wanted today. What was that? Feed cat, drink coffee, play video games. Done. Checkity, check. Is that what they do?
They're also really cocky.
They're just really happy. What'd you do today? Everything. I got it all done. Why are you still wearing sweatpants? Wasn't on my list. Clothing wasn't on my list.
As opposed to me, who lies in bed at night and can't sleep, in my mind going, oh my God, I didn't do this. I didn't get this done. I don't have enough time to do this. Tomorrow is this. We don't have enough people for it's like, maybe that is the better way. I don't know. Lazy people, send me your list. I'd like to know.
I will say this, not a lot of monuments built. You don't see a lot of statues with guys wearing sweatpants holding video game controllers. You don't see a lot.
You're going to get in trouble with video game people again.
Hey, you know what? I'm just saying. Hey, look, if you're making money at it, if you actually are changing the world, if you're the dude that played video games and now you're actually sending drone strikes into Iraq to take ISIS out, God bless. You actually turned it into something.
I think it's sort of the same thing as if we attacked people that drank wine. We don't have a problem with people having a glass of wine.
I just got lost. But
stick with me.
Why would you attack people that drink wine? Wine's cool. I like wine.
Okay, stick with me.
I like wine also.
But wine does not make you productive. Well, it makes me productive. But most people, it doesn't. But our issue would be with the people that drink too much wine, that were alcoholics, that actually caused problems in their own lives and other people's lives. But I don't mind if people have an occasional glass of wine, right?
Are you equating drinking alcoholism to video games? Is that what you're saying? So
yes.
She just called all video game addicts alcoholics. Yes, you did. You
I said some of them can have an occasional video game, and some of them have a problem.
That's true.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
There are really productive people out there that just do it for fun, that enjoy it. But the people that that are locked in their parents' basement, like you say.
When you've decided that you can actually start getting a piece of chalk and putting check marks on your pants to count the days you've worn that clothing so you can continue to play Call of Duty, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Video game guys hate us anyways.
Do they do that?
No, it's a good idea though, right?
No, you should pant chalk. Chalk pant.
Chalk
You'd
pant.
have to invent the chalk
Little
pant
calendar. It has a
and the pant chalk.
have 4 squares, so you color in the squares every day. These are 4 days. There's 4-day sweatpants. But it's the day 4 would be the day funk, and you'd be like change your pants. Then you could actually take one more thing out of your brain and have more time. Boom! I fixed it, and I brought it back to the subject of today's show.
So,
man, you like a sick genius.
Thank you.
emphasis on sick. What did I used to tell you? You were an idiot savant.
Heavy on the idiot.
Heavy on the idiot with a splash of savant.
You know, she definitely likes that you're stupid. She likes that you're stupid, but also you say smart things, but you're stupid. Kind of like me. I say stupid things, but I'm smart.
What?
Totally different.
I told you, man, I don't like that voice. I don't like that character you do, man. I don't like him. He makes me uncomfortable in many different ways.
Do I really make you uncomfortable? Yeah. Don't like white people. Is that what it is? Huh? Yep.
Okay, man, you can stop that now.
Stop what? What am I stopping exactly? Just stop pointing out that you're racist?
All right, man. Listen, I start to get a little boily in my stomach, and I want to punch you.
Who you gonna punch? Well, don't punch me. You go punch him though. Punch Titus. I am you, idiot. Oh, that's right. Don't punch us.
I like that the racism tables have been turned.
Yes.
Did he say don't punch us? Oh my gosh. Okay, so time management. Here's I found.
Did you find something to do? What can we do?
Okay, number 1. Make a to-do list every day.
Great. Now I have to put to-do list on my list of shit to do.
I don't have time to make a to-do list.
If I had time to make a to-do list, then I would have less to do.
Put the most important things at the top, even if you're dreading them, especially if you're dreading them. That's like
It's just instructions for 3-year-olds. Put the important things first. Oh, that's interesting. I would always put the most important things.
It is. Look, it says try motivating yourself with a reward if you get to everything on your list.
Yeah, put at the top. If you do these things, cookie.
I was going to say
if you do these things, you get cookie or foot massage. You decide.
I'll take the foot massage.
Oh man, yeah, that's weird. Man, can't touch my feet. I got weird feet.
Keep your work with you. That's number 2. If you have extra time while you're on the train or the bus or you're waiting for an appointment, you can get something done.
Did you look up the simplest, like it's like stuff that you know, that's stuff you know in your DNA when you're born.
But people don't do it. Here's number 3 is for you.
Yeah.
It sounds so simple, but people don't do it. By the way, making a list, brilliant. It's actually brilliant because not only do you lay out in front of yourself, it's like creating a vision board. You're setting goals. It's just setting goals, but they're achievable goals so that then you have that feeling of accomplishment when you do mark things off where you don't feel so swamped and overwhelmed. You feel like, no, I got 3 of the 1,700 things done on my list today.
I'm making a list.
Not right now.
No, I'm
Put your pen down.
I'm going to make that.
Here, number 3. This actually says for Christopher Titus.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to say no. No. Say it in French. No.
No. I thought it was no.
No, man. It's French. You said like this. You said like
No. Wow, dude, that was just crazy. How did you make your voice do that?
It actually sounded like you burped.
I don't know, man. It did sound like a gas escape, didn't it?
Anyway, by the way, you never answered my question. You are going to the taping. You are going to be there. You are going to be working. You are going to help.
Santa Barbara, although I think I need to get a pass, man. That's the whitest place on the planet, man.
That is a very white place.
Santa Barbara, I have to get some sort of like a sticker on my shoulder so no one shoot me. Santa Barbara. They're cool, but man, the last time I saw a black person there was the last time I saw a black person there. You know what I mean?
No.
I don't know. It's really scary, though.
So this Saturday, Willie, you going to tell the people?
Oh,
do you know?
Yeah, you want to do it?
Does he know? Do you know when it is?
Yeah, hell yeah, I know when it is. I'm an employee of this damn place.
Okay.
All right, it's going to be Santa Barbara this weekend. Christopher Titus going to be doing Angry Pursuit of Happiness at the Low Barrow Theater. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's downtown Santa Barbara, the Low Barrow.
Low Barrow.
That's what I said, Low Barrow.
Okay.
It's at the Low Barrow Theater. It's going to be on 2 shows. It's going to be on 7 and 10 o'clock. And after the second show, I heard you guys was doing an after party.
We are going to do an after party at the theater.
Yeah, we can do something. Yeah,
so if you have tickets for the late show.
If you buy tickets to the second show, you can come in and we're going to have an after party after, and I'm going to just change real quick and come out and hang out with people for a while, and we can talk about the show, this and that, and these and those.
You're going to change like Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, but you seen him after the show, man. He's sweaty, man. Titus sweaty. You sweaty, man. Sometimes you need to you don't need to change. You need to squeegee.
So you're going to come out and do some naked keggers, right?
And I'll tell you what, it won't be an after show. Like we went and saw Prince that one year, and then Prince did the after show, and it really wasn't a show as much as he just kind of, but then again, it's like I guess I shouldn't be mad.
He played one song, and then they played.
Then they jammed for
without him.
But here's the thing, maybe you shouldn't expect the performer to come out and do another show after he just did a show.
Oh, you're not doing a show.
No. No, I'm not getting on a box, and I'm not going to say, all right, you guys, here's some material I didn't do tonight. You already sat through 2 hours of it. You got to hate me anyway.
Do Anti-Dad. We're going to call out requests.
No.
I've been listening to you on Pandora every day because my car is set on Bluetooth, so my phone...
How much do you love me that you will continue to listen to me even when you're not talking?
Well, I listen to the Christopher Titus channel.
Because there's good
It's because
on it.
You won't answer. You deny my call, it rings twice, and then it hangs up. And I just wanted to know what you were doing. And so I put on your channel.
But I don't have any time. I don't have any time to talk to you.
I love your channel because they play John Mulaney, Patton, and Mike Birbiglia.
Wow,
so
that's kind of nice.
Yeah, and sometimes Robin Williams thrown in. So it's just cool for me to listen.
That's kind of nice. They're playing those guys on my channel. That's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that makes me feel like I've worked hard for a long time. By the way, this is my 6th special, people. Come to Santa Barbara Libera Theater, 7 and 10 o'clock. We're going to be kicking ass.
On
this
September
show,
27th.
This Saturday. This is the best show I've ever done. I'm so excited about doing this show. A little nervous, though, because, you get the it's weird. You work on it for all this time. Like, I started writing it after we filmed Voice in My Head, which was January 2 years ago. Yeah, not last January, the January before that. I started writing it, started performing it. It took me about 7 months to get it on stage. So it's been on stage in its completed form. Not really completed, but but roughed out for about, 12 months, 14 months. And now we're gonna tape it. And it's some nights you get standing ovations, sometimes it just gets them to go crazy. But you hope to God the night you film, there's not some horrible, virus or something.
Or a drunk bitch in the audience who goes, woo!
Do we talk about that on the thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
we talked about it.
By the way, say what you want about that girl, but I took her home that night. She was easy.
You did not.
She was easy because she was passed out.
In vomit.
I rest my case.
Dude, you can't. It was Fresno, man.
Yeah, that's right. I might have a son in Fresno.
Oh, my gosh.
You do not have a son in Fresno. Don't even joke about that, man. That was wrong. People, if you're going to come to the show in Santa Barbara, do me a favor. Enjoy the show. We had these people, and it's Fresno. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen by filming Voice in My Head in Fresno. But we had these people, these 3 girls in the audience that they were drinking so hard. Bad enough that they actually let glass bottles into the theater. So, 700-seat theater. Every once in a while, you just hear somebody kick their bottle over, clink, because
it was on a slope.
Right, so because the theater, so it rolled down, and it was just odd. And we had to cut those out when we did the sound edit. And then these 3 girls, so these girls they're pounding alcohol. One girl passes out, wakes up about 20 minutes in the show, and this, I didn't hear it, I found out from Tommy later, or whoever it was, leaned over and vomited.
That was me.
It was you behind me.
I finally located her. She was hard to find. So we sold that first one out, and it was packed. In fact, people were pissed because they got turned away.
Yeah.
And even though they had bought tickets, and she's in the middle of the audience, right in the middle section. But she had a dude on one side and a chick on the other side. And I finally found her because she had gotten quiet, and she had vomited all over herself and then passed out in the vomit in the chair, like totally slumped over, vomit on her face, all down her front. And the guy and the girl on either side of her were watching you and laughing.
Yeah. And then they pass out too?
I think the other girl passed out, but the guy didn't. The guy just had a high old time that night.
Yeah, she passed out. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. You got to quit playing.
Yeah, dude. It's a little creepy.
All right, let's just say I did not have sex with her because she was passed out.
Wow, that you are so unconvincing.
Yeah, at least I'm honest when I lie.
Okay. So, what number were we on?
You were at a 4 or 5.
Okay, so make a list. Keep crap with you. Say no. Find your productive time. Are you a morning person or a night person? You're more efficient if you work when you're at your best.
I'm more efficient when I work.
That's just stupid. I don't have time to decide. I have to work all day, every day.
Yeah.
You wrote this podcast at 2 a.m.
Right, 2 a.m. and it made me, you went to sleep time, I got up the stairs, you were asleep.
That's right.
So it's not, so I was done.
That's right.
No snuggle. Could not do the Dirty Bop. Couldn't do it.
The what?
Dirty Bop. The Dirty Bounce? What do you want to call it?
Dirty Bop. It used to be Dirty Bounce, and now you've turned it into Dirty Bop. Like it's we're in the 1950s now.
I like it. Hey, did you do the Dirty Bop with her? Yeah. You knew how to do the Dirty Bop, didn't you? Yeah, we did. We did the Dirty Bop. Me and her, boom, did the Dirty Bop. Hey, it's pretty good. Do the Bop, yeah.
Yo, man, what the fuck character is that, man?
I don't know.
What are you? Some like what you were like? Some sort of gangster from the 40s? Except not a gangster. You're the guy that the gangster, like maybe a gangster informant that got his ass kicked. He ends up dying and bloody in the alley.
You know, it's a little too specific of a story.
Yo, man, any specific story, if you witnessed it, is actually telling the truth in parable form.
No, it's actually not, and I don't know what that means. All right, so what else? What else do we got to do? What's the other list?
I don't know. I think this list is stupid.
I
This
think
list actually is taking time out of my day.
Right. Just talking about making a list screws up your time to make a list.
It says
Now-
budget your time. Like it also says schedule time to relax, which I have heard a lot of people say, like some people say schedule time to meditate, which that ain't me, schedule time, whatever, but actual map it out so that you get your fun stuff done and you get your stressful work stuff done.
I also think that you have to actually schedule it because then you have a reward at the end of it, and you have to stick to it. The weird thing is that if you just keep going, I'm not going to relax today. What ends up happening is then you're mad about that. So now you're mad at yourself for not relaxing when you said you were going to relax, which seems to add more stress to your life. So people, if you're going to do something, if you're going to take a break, take a freaking break. Just take a break. It's
and don't
okay.
feel guilty about it.
Right? Well, that's my biggest problem
Mine too.
because I didn't get something done.
Right.
And then there's time when they're like we're doing the show, so this is time to work. It's really time to work. We got we're doing all the lighting this week. And today we got to get the sets. We got to get everything loaded tomorrow. We got to drive up tomorrow. We got to put flyers on windshields.
We're guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, man, this is going with Santa Barbara, man. And plus you're gonna be walking around with a black guy. People are gonna avoid you even worse.
No, we're actually considering that. Like it's like some people wear big funny costumes, and like you see the people dressed like a banana on the side of the road.
Right,
and
a guy, chicken place has a chicken place front. Right.
So we're taking Willie for appearance to get people to notice in Santa Barbara, and then we hand him a flyer.
Yeah, well, my afro is fuzzy. Almost looks like I'm wearing a John bobblehead.
Yeah, you're letting that grow out, aren't you?
Yeah, man. I listened to some Temptations. That was shortcut though. But then if you go listen to Earth, Wind and Fire, man, they had some froze, man. So I think I might bring the fro back. Questlove, by the way, on Jimmy Fallon, he's kind of bringing it back, making it look cool.
All right, he's kind of yeah. That's all right. Yeah, he does look good. He's one of the few black guys I see that look really good in an afro.
That's kind of racist.
No, it's actually not. There's a lot of white guy haircuts that I just can't even stomach.
Yeah, man. What's that thing with that weird faux hawk thing? Everybody look like Bob's Big Boy. Why everybody look like why you white guys think it's cool to look like Bob's Big Boy?
I don't know, man. And the skinny waif guy, like this is bothering me too. I see men now talking about wasting time putting clothing together. I'm like, dude, that is not a t-shirt and jeans. You spent time. You spent time with the socks, with the fake army boots where you've never been in the army, and then you actually put the skinny jeans on, which you had to pry yourself into those, and then you actually matched that plaid shirt, and the glasses had to go. It's like I don't understand how. Like that's as long as it took Ray Bombshell to get ready.
What's wrong with that?
I'm just thinking, man. I just think like how easy is your life that you have enough time to worry about clothing?
You and I are just totally going to disagree on this, so we'll just move on. And I'm speaking on behalf of men as well. I like a man that's well put together. I like a man that takes a little bit of time. I don't like a man that takes 45 minutes in the bathroom. My sister's husband, when we've been in beach houses during the summer and stuff, and there's 2 bathrooms.
Well, that's a driving Miss Daisy problem.
He has short hair. It's not even long. He's not straightening it. It's not. But he will spend almost an hour in the bathroom with a blow dryer and some hairspray and 2 kinds of brushes, and it takes him about 45 minutes to do his hair.
That's just you can't. What does he?
There's some cave woman thing inside of me that really hates that. I associate that.
That's just some regular man shit in me that's like, dude, what's up? But damn, man, dude, a man should never be able to wear out a blow dryer. Let's just be clear about that.
That's a good point.
Right.
A man should not be able to wear out a blow dryer. I guess I get time when it comes right down to it. And you also have to have times for like stuff you like to do.
Right.
And if you don't, everything else just sucks. We did this thing called the Landmark Forum, and there's a thing they talk about it. They said we all stress about time. But the reality is, however old you are, if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, if you're 50, you got 30 years to get everything done. And if you look at it that way, I just had a...
That was depressing.
No, I just had a stress relief. I have 30 years to get all this crap done.
Yeah, you know why that's depressing? Because then when you get it done, if you're thinking about it that way, that means when you finish the stuff you need to do, you die.
Dead.
Like it's not like, okay, there's a big party and then you do nothing for the next 30 years.
When I die, I'm having a big party. When I die,
you're going to have it?
I talk about it in the new show. We are going to have, everybody listening right now is invited to, I'll be there. Whether I'm in dust form or I'm in a box, it's fine.
I'm going to actually put you on a dolly and wheel you in. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
And imagine the robotics we'll have at that point, so you'll be able to actually hit a button and people and my dead body go. I'm
going to do wardrobe changes.
Like Diana Ross, just wheel me into a quick little room on stage, and then whoosh, cowboy. He's a cowboy now.
Just wait for the swimsuit portion.
Now that the miners done speaking, I'd like to introduce Christopher Titus as a pirate. You
would love that.
We'd like to have the family speak first. After Bombshell Rae speaking, we're going to play Burn This Mother Down, and Christopher Titus will be dressed
in an afro.
In an afro. I will have an afro.
To the window! To the wall!
The whole funeral.
To the sweat drips off my balls. You bitch.
While I'm on a dolly, just
squeak.
holding a glow stick in my dead hand. I'm totally fine with all this. This is a funeral that no matter what, like it or hate it, you're going to talk about it.
I'm going to charge at the door like your dad's funeral, too.
Velvet rope. Man, you're not actually dressed well enough to get into the Titus funeral. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Do you know at the end of the funeral, I hear he actually has a ventriloquist dummy on it.
Oh, let me in, please, let me in.
My dead body with a ventriloquist dummy on my the ventriloquist also dead.
It's going to be one of the Yorkies.
And by the way, nothing happens. I'm just sitting on my lap. I'm dead. And the thing, and we just stare at it for 5 minutes. All right, everybody give an applause. I'm in. I'm 100% on this funeral.
I don't think you get a choice.
I'm sorry. Here's my problem, though. I just gave you something to schedule now. Now you have to schedule how long it's going to take to do this funeral.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I have time to start planning.
Yeah.
The last thing on the list, though, does say get a good night's sleep, which is funny to me because that's easier said than done, especially if you have chatterbrain.
Oh, you have all this crap to do. I can't get in a good night's sleep because I only got 6 hours before I got to get up again.
Right. However, they do say that if you are, like how I can't sleep because I'm worried about all the things I got to do. Sometimes I will lie in bed at night and wish that I didn't have to sleep. That's what's running through my mind. I wish I didn't have to sleep. Why do we have to waste 8 hours a day to sleep, not knowing what's going on around us? I don't have time to sleep. But they actually say write a list for the next day and it gets it out of your brain. It's no longer floating around there like I can't forget to do that. It's on a list next to the bed, and it'll help you sleep.
There you go.
Straight.
That's how I'm going to do my list. From now on, when I go to sleep, I'm going to put a little pad of paper.
Straight.
I'm going to get a little pad of paper or a Post-it note, depending on my list. And then I'm just going to make the list.
Toilet paper roll. Just
No, quit saying straight.
Straight.
All right, we get it. You're going straight. Oh, man.
I know it's hard.
My list would be a toilet paper roll. It would just keep going and going.
But I just got that. That's the perfect time. I'm in bed instead of stressing. Do my little computer stuff. Go on the Craigslist, look for some car product I don't need, like I do every night, and then make a list of 10 things. And then when I get up in the morning, I can just go. That's a great idea. That's what I'm doing. I am making a list before I get to bed every night. Great. Making a list has now been added to my list.
I'm glad that I could, out of 8, give you one good one. But by the way, I should have looked at this one first. Go to Mind.
Well, had you made a list, you could have done that.
Right. Mindtools.com. It looks interesting, but it's about time management. And you start off on this website, you take a time management quiz, and then it identifies some of your issues, and then it gives you resources.
That's what you call a geek who's just a total asshole. A mind tool.
Yeah. Yo, dude, that dude's a mind tool, man.
That's all I attracted in school. Mind
tools?
Yeah.
Really? Real smart guys?
geeky ones.
Really?
There was one guy called Fly Guy my brother hung out with.
No. His name was not Fly Guy.
Yeah, it was. He wore those, those...
Is that the song that The Offspring? Yeah.
No, you know those child molester glasses, like those giant, they're like mahogany wood paneling looking, and they're square and tinted.
Yes, I remember. I remember from 4th grade. I didn't have them, but I know some people who did.
So he looked like a fly.
A lot of therapy. They called him Fly Guy?
Yeah.
But that wasn't a good name.
No. It wasn't like, you so fly.
He didn't call himself Fly Guy.
He did not ever say
okay,
Fly
so
Guy.
there you go. So he said, yo, how you doing? I'm Fly Guy. What's going on?
No. He never popped his collar when anyone said Fly Guy. He cried. And then he asked me on a date again. And then he wrote me another letter.
You know why? There was a girl named Julie in my school when I was in 9th grade on Luther.
Is that the girl that used to hump your leg?
No, she would definitely not hump my leg. My life would be very different had Julie humped my leg. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest.
I beg your
My
pardon.
life would be totally... Light would have shone much earlier in my life, to say that.
Light stayed away for a long time.
Yeah, light was gone. So Julie was this...
Wasn't there a Julie that humped your leg?
That's Julie, my cousin, who's mentally retarded. Yes, yes, and when she became 16, she still had the hormones of a 16-year-old, but the mind of a 4-year-old. So she would get, "Hi, Uncle Christopher." Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. It was uncomfortable and odd all the time. Because you can't punch somebody who's mentally retarded.
You can.
No, you not in front of the family. You can't. Not at Thanksgiving. Not at Thanksgiving when you got stuffing on your plate. You can't just go whack.
You're just sitting at the table eating turkey and stuffing, and your leg is shaking because Julie's under the table.
Hi, cousin Christopher.
Yo, man, I've never slept with a mentally retarded person.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, at least they didn't have paperwork.
Dude. Can I see your paperwork? So, yes. No, not that Julie.
Okay, there's another Julie.
This Julie was, when I was in junior high, was a feather-haired beauty. Like, she was, that crush you had when
Did
you were...
you just say feather-haired beauty?
Featherhead, yeah, it was all feathered. Yeah, that was when it was cool. That was when it was cool. You got to remember, it's a while back. It's a while back. So, and she was like, here's the problem with her. And here's the problem with all really good-looking, not all real good, some really good-looking girls. Some good-looking girls have good parents, and they're really nice to you, and they're always polite to people. Every geeky, dorky guy thinks, she likes me. She been nice to me. None of the other girls like me. She liked me. So that's why. So Julie was really nice to me, and I wrote her, one night on a weekend, I wrote her a 3-page letter.
Oh.
The prom was coming up, or one of the dances, and I told her what I thought of her, how great she was, how amazing she was. Loved her in English class, blah, 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 this, that, that. You are everything to me, this is that. I think about you every day, blah, blah, blah. It got creepier and creepier. I think I did cross into 8th grade serial killer at one point and handed it to her, and here's how nice she was. She came over, she goes, "Chris, this letter is so nice, so sweet, but I'm really not interested in you, but you're really a great guy. Mm-hmm. You're really a great guy." I got the "you're a really great guy" speech. Mm-hmm. I think that was the first time in my life I really had my really great guy speech destroy my soul.
So you and Fly Guy probably would have been friends.
No, because I didn't bug her again after that. That's the difference. Is
I never said I'm not. I just said, okay. I was too nice to even say that.
You said okay?
No, I just was like,
That turns guys into serial killers. You can't say okay. You have to at least be honest. She was at least straight with me. You were.
I'm a terrible human being.
Horrible human being.
I'm a horrible,
seriously.
Terrible human being.
Because he's somewhere. Fly Guy's going, "She never went out with me." Great. Now he's a.
Actually, no. He became a truck
super
driver. My brother actually kind of stayed in touch with him, and then I saw him one day when I was in college. Even.
Yep.
He just keeps buzzing in and out of my life.
Did he look good? Did he better? Did he look better?
No.
Yeah, did he get rid of glasses? Did he change his clothing?
Years and years
Just become
of
a fat-
smoking in an enclosed truck cab
Yeah.
whilst eating fun-sized bags of Funyuns.
Yeah, and also fun-size Snicker bar.
Do not serve people well.
No, you actually your life ends up going horribly right. If you find yourself long haul trucking, but I mean, if you wanted to do that and you know it's $40 an hour and you make good money, good for you. If you just one day are trying to avoid the cops by long haul trucking, you've made some mistakes in your life.
No, Well, I don't. What are you talking about?
In pinstripe on the truck door, did it say Fly Guy? Because at one point you just owned that nickname.
That Western kind of pinstriping. No.
Hey everybody on the CB, this is Fly Guy. I got me a whole bag of fun size M&Ms. Anybody want some? Pull over at the rest stop. Yep.
And then he calls them Rachel the whole time they're having sex. So a lot of people listen to us that are long haul truckers.
I know that. That's what I was saying. I was saying some of those guys, just cool dudes. They show up. They have wives and kids. Some guys are serial killers.
Oh my God. But that's true of every profession, you moron.
No, there's actually. Did you guys know that in long haul truckers? I want you to write in on this because there's a lot of guys come to our shows that are long haul truckers. They're good guys. But there was a study done by the FBI, and remember my kid's school. For a while, my kid's school had it's near kind of near the freeway, and there's a big nearby. There's a big shopping center parking lot, and all these long haul truckers. Where all of a sudden these trucks started showing. At one point, it was like 9 full-on big rigs. Guys were sleeping in the parking lot.
Sweet.
Well, what they did was they said that the FBI believes that some of these people that disappear because these guys that are driving across the country all the time, the bad guys pick them up. And so I actually wrote a letter.
It's brilliant, actually.
I wrote a letter to the school, and I was like, guys, because the school had given me some crap about some rule, and I was like, okay. And I wrote them. I said, you guys have 12 trucks, and I sent them the report that the FBI.
Really, you were fighting with the school over some rule? It's so strange. I do remember that full-on brawl with that dude Dino.
Yeah, dude, you got a problem with people, man.
Yeah, he does.
Like, do you know you had 2 fights yesterday? Like you fought with ATTU verse, and then who else you fight with?
The wheel people.
Oh yeah, you order her a birthday present, and then like you're mad at them too. Like you got issues, man. It's almost like you get excited when things go wrong.
That's not true. But I did notice yesterday that when it does, I activate. When things go really well, I get like a little nervous. But when things go wrong, I activate, and I'm like, I'm on this, and I've got a purpose. And and what I usually end up doing is threatening people.
There's a lot of fights going on, and the common denominator.
Christopher Titus.
That's right.
That's not fair.
That's pretty brilliant, actually. I didn't think about that. No. So I'm just suggesting that it just stay healthy. If you're driving a truck, get one of those Suzanne Summers like Thigh Masters and just like put it on cruise control and pump it out.
You can Zumba in your seat. If you just moved your butt cheeks, you could
do
Zumba.
some Kegels.
Yeah, Kegels, and you could do Zumba Kegels, that's the new one, the Zumba Kegels. It's like shake, shake, squeeze, shake, shake, squeeze.
Do those every day.
All right. So for time management, people, just come up with a program. Take some time and go to a program on time management.
I don't have time.
That's the whole point. That's the irony of the entire
It's all made
piece.
up.
Yeah.
Here's your solution, finally. It's all made up. All of it. All the impossible goals, all of the stress, all of the limitations, even the concept of time is an idea made up by human beings. So chill.
We're used to we like to put things in categories and like to do it, and we like to get stuff done and thinking we're accomplishing anything. But if you look at your life, people, I want you to think about 10 years ago and all that stuff that you had to do. Did you get it done?
Yep.
Did it make a difference? Are you way better off now? Are you hugely better off?
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people do get better off, but the moral of the story is you got it done and you moved on, and now those things are no longer stressful. It's new things.
So accept it. So instead of I got to get this done, just know this. I'll get it done.
Yeah.
Just instead of saying I got to get this done, just change it to.
Because you always do.
Actually, just saying that made me feel better. I'll get it done. We'll get it done. We're fine. We'll get it done. No big deal. All right, guys. And now from sea to shining sea.
And continent to continent.
And sometimes space. It's Bombshell Rae.
With the bombshell news.
I like that. That was different. I like the way you did that.
Yeah, man, I thought I had a little style.
A man suffering from persistent genital arousal syndrome has 100 orgasms per day.
I got that.
No, you don't.
I got that too. I think every man has persistent genital arousal syndrome. I get the same thing.
You do not.
Every man has persistent genital arousal syndrome.
100 a day.
Orgasms? Your body can't produce that kind of fluid.
He doesn't enjoy them, he said. It developed in September 2012.
Oh, that's a lie. That's an interview question. That's an answer. He got a publicist told him to say that.
He slipped a disc in 2012 getting out of his chair. He's 37 years old, and he wants you to understand. Imagine being on your knees at your father's funeral beside the casket, saying goodbye to him, and then you have 9 orgasms right there.
But I don't have to imagine it.
Oh, my gosh. There's nothing pleasure about it because even though it might feel good, you're completely disgusted by what's going on.
Wow, that's some psychological damage. If I had a neurological disorder that made me have orgasm after orgasm, I don't think I would be actually going in for surgery.
He can't.
I just think I'd be like, hi. How are basically?
Well, that's the thing.
Jerry
People
Lewis
stare
has
at
this
him.
too. That's why he says it all the time.
I believe that.
I can't believe my father's dying. Hi.
He.
Yo, man, that's incredible.
Thank you.
He can't work.
Right.
Because he's orgasming all day, and it leaves him physically drained. He's exhausted. He can't provide for his family.
This is the worst excuse I've ever heard for being lazy.
Or the best.
Okay, so what's the fix? Can they give him an operation?
No, I don't know. It's terrible.
I don't believe any of this. This is made up.
Did you see that Tesla is adding that they have announced your boy here, Elon?
Elon Musk, what's
looks
up?
like he lost a little bit of weight. Your man crush.
Did he? He was getting a gun on him.
He's
yeah,
in
he
a
was.
suit. He looks dapper. He says all of the company's cars within the next 3 years should have self-driving capability.
3 years? I heard it was 5 or 6. Yeah,
That's-
I'm a little concerned about this whole self-driving thing. Number one, I like to drive. I like having a 6-speed. I like shifting. I like using the clutch. I like being part of the car. There will be a day that you just get in the car. You go, instead of putting your GPS address in, you put the address in, hit it, and the car will go trunk start, and it'll drive you there.
And then you know what you do?
While you read the newspaper. What?
Sleep.
Yeah, but I mean, what am I going to do? I guess read. I guess
No, it's brilliant for women because
makeup.
yeah. So I can get up half an hour later and just get in the car and put on my makeup.
This is
Watch. So then those cars they're going to develop with vanities and stuff, mirrors and counters and stuff.
Yeah, there'll be counters, and then there'll be also a shower. So you could just shower
No.
on the way to work. Yeah. Just you see people like just draining out of the car, just water draining out. I didn't even think about it. So self-driving cars. Let's go through the whole thing.
I wonder if they could retrofit my Oldsmobile with that.
No.
You know, because then I could actually sweep in the back. And I could actually make love to anybody I wanted.
You already do.
On the way to, yeah, but no, I'm not on the way to work.
When Ray Ray drives.
I can, yeah, Ray Ray though, but Ray Ray, we need to get a partition. Ray Ray, see, I'll be doing somebody in the back. Ray Ray look over the seat.
Ew.
How's he drive?
Right? It's worse than texting.
Are you by yourself? Or is there someone with you?
I think there's someone with you in the back seat, right? And Ray Ray drives. You take a girl in the back seat. Ray Ray's driving.
Yeah, why would I be masturbating in the back seat of Ray Ray? Even if I had 100 orgasms a day.
That's a good point.
Well, that would explain why Ray Ray kept looking over the seat.
I know, but Ray Ray. See, that's why Ray Ray. You never hear Ray Ray here because I'm not.
I don't
big
like
fan.
him. He makes me
I
uncomfortable.
don't say I don't like him. I don't want to say I don't like him because he's got a temper. But I would say that he makes me a little uncomfortable.
He just stares at me and makes this noise like all day.
Yeah, we all do that.
No.
Well, see, at least him and I got the the class to do it when you ain't around.
Then he licks his lips. It's gross.
Yeah, he does do that, dude. Can you talk to him about that?
Yo, the man ashy. Man got ashy lips. It ain't his fault.
All right. I like it. See, now I'm getting uncomfortable. Now my white guilt just got to the forefront.
And that's why I said it with anger.
A Florida woman gets breast enhancement to add a third breast.
Is this true? I saw this was a hoax on the internet. Is this true? This can't be true. Perfect Florida, by the way. How do I slut it up even worse? I know, a third boob.
Did you see that? She actually added a third boob in the middle, and then she has like bikinis custom made to hold the middle one in, but it's really not attractive.
No, if you remember in Total Recall, Deborah Carrington, who will be in Special Unit, had 3 boobs.
She did?
Yeah.
Well, also in that one of the Mallrats movies, what was it? Which one with the fortune teller with 3 boobs?
There's a fortune teller with 3 boobs?
Yeah. It was one of those movies. Was it Jay and Silent? No, it was, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that. 3 boobs. How many boobs is too many?
3.
3.
3 is definitely too many.
A teen may get 2 years for a picture of fake oral sex with Jesus. So
What?
there's
What? Can I ask one more time?
There's
What?
one of those full color, like Jesus statues in someone's front lawn where he's on his knees and he's looking up at the heavens and he's praying. And so this teenager climbed up and put his crotch on Jesus's face and took pictures and then tweeted it out.
That's not cool.
Right. And he lives in Pennsylvania, which is a pretty religious state. 14-year-old kid has been charged with desecration of a venerated object. He could spend up to 2 years in jail.
Yeah, and then if you go to jail for doing that, I guess there's going to be some guys that want to reenact that, your crime.
Jesus will.
And it won't be a picture.
Jesus believes in tit for tat.
He don't believe in 3 tits for tat, though.
He does not.
No, he does not. There you go.
2 tits for tat.
That's an abomination to
2
the
tits,
Lord.
1 tat. By the way, old people still kicking it. I'm just saying, it ain't going away. It's here to stay.
And now it's time for old people still kicking it. Oh, I think I just pulled something.
Central Florida woman celebrated 90th birthday by flying a 4-seat Cessna. She's 90 years old. You just estimated people die at 80. So here you go. Billy Jones, she had to sit on a pillow to see out of the windshield in the little Cessna. She took off with her flight instructor by her side and landed half an hour later at Flagler County Airport. This was in Florida, believe it or not. She's only 5 feet tall now. I think she was like 6.5 feet tall originally. For her 80th birthday, she went skydiving.
Wow.
When she turned 85, she strapped into a glider, jumped off a cliff, and flew a glider.
You know what? When I hit 80, I'm doing all this stuff too. Every year I'm doing something that could
No, you
kill
do it
me.
now.
I do it now. But
You do that.
I do that. But I mean, when you get 80, it's like, you know, let's just go crazier.
She's also gone snorkeling with seals in the Galapagos Islands and on safari in Africa. She says her secret is she always takes the stairs to her 3rd-story apartment. That's all the exercise she gets.
What a narcissistic old
I
lady.
know, right?
It doesn't say she's actually helped a bunch of kids or started a homeless shelter. I'm doing it for me. I swam with the dolphins, and I did this, and I did that, and I flew an airplane, and I jumped out of an airplane, and I did some other stuff, and I actually got this. I got to kiss Tony Bennett's ring, and it was great. It's all about me.
How do you make my beautiful old person still kicking it
I'm
ugly?
just saying it. Started charity, raised some money for some kids. Now, when you say Mother Teresa didn't say, and Mother Teresa parachuted this week, and then she went flying. She did shit for people. I think it's another deal. You want to feel better about your time or what you're not getting done. And I got to take this on too, because although I'm bitching about it, I'm not the one who does it. Do something for someone else. Do something for someone that needs it. This week I'm going to do something for someone that needs it. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I just.
What are you going to do this week?
I don't know. Something for somebody.
Okay, by the next podcast?
Yeah. I got to figure out what it is. Something for somebody.
Jello and I will be inquiring after.
Yeah, man, I don't know what you're going to do. You don't have time. How you going to do it? You don't got no time.
That's a good point. You got to put it on your list before you go to sleep.
I will put it on my list. And tomorrow I will do something for someone that
Number
needs
one on every to-do list for everyone that listens to this.
Yeah.
Everyone, put on pant.
Yeah, pant.
Every morning it should say
But
put
I may
on
help
pant.
someone else put on their pants.
Pant.
I'm going to help pant.
1 pant, 2 pant.
It's like it's the dumbest thing you do. You just love the word pant.
And sweet. Hero of the week. I actually have a hero of the week this week.
Yes, and no! He will dodge bullets. He will defuse bombs. He will help children cross the street. He will make love to their single mothers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the hero of the week. There you go.
This is in Cleveland.
All right, Cleveland. That's
School bus driver.
That's a town. That's a tough town, man.
They're practicing emergency drills at the elementary school, the academy. They were doing routine evacuation drills. 40 students, little kids. They exit the bus at the front, line up single file on the sidewalk. Then they get back on the bus and exit the rear emergency exit. Like, is this a dumb school? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, little 10-year-old girl was the very last one. She was climbing out of the back of the bus, and the bus started rolling backwards.
No.
So a school bus driver actually jumped up, grabbed the girl, and threw her as hard as she could onto the lawn and put her own body in the path of the bus. And the bus rolled over her and killed her. So she actually put her own body. She got pronounced dead 2 hours later. The whole bus went over twice. I mean, it went over once, but it has 2 sets of wheels. 2 axles.
Wow. So it was that bad. It wasn't just rolling slow.
It was on a hill. Whoever didn't. Maybe it was also the bus driver that didn't put it in park. I don't know.
Wow. That's crazy.
Saw it happening, though, and threw the kid's body clear and put her own body in the way. So there you go. Her tombstone says, I should have put on the e-brake.
Oops.
It's actually oops squared.
Yeah.
There's 2 levels of oops.
Yeah, I think if I actually don't set the parking brake and get myself killed by my own bus that I didn't set the parking brake, but that they had the heart to go, damn it, I'm an idiot, and then pick the kid up.
Well, I don't
and
know.
save the kid.
I'm just saying that.
Oh, that makes me sad. All right, guys. So here's the deal. A couple of things I want to tell you about. Number one, we don't take advertising on the show. So there's a couple of people I do want you to deal with if you need these things. If you guys need an amazing website built, there's a guy named Matt Teskey Design in Portland. Look him up. Teskey Design. They're great. They did the website. They did the ChristopherTitus.com website where you can get all the DVDs from my specials. And I think we're going to release this one. I think we're going to shoot for November 15th on Angry Pursuit of Happiness.
Okay.
So you go to ChristopherTitus.com to get that. Again, the website was designed by Matt Teskey. So if you're looking for a website,
go look at the website too.
Yeah.
Click on tour dates because it's been updated, and you'll see, especially for 2015, we're mostly in all theaters, and I'm starting to have those added. But like for example, Minneapolis Pantages went on sale yesterday.
I thought you said I thought you said I'm starting to have appreciation.
Well, that too.
That's a lot of work, man. We're working our ass off to get these theaters.
Minneapolis went on sale yesterday. We have Milwaukee in January, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Then we're hitting Texas. Everybody's been asking for Texas for so long. So San Antonio, Austin, and Dallas.
Good.
So, but also this November, Raleigh, Charleston, South Carolina, and then Charlotte. So go to the website, check out the website and what he did. Buy some shirts, buy some DVDs.
Yeah, if you can't, look, we don't take advertising on the podcast. We do it for you guys.
Click on the Amazon link.
Yeah, click to the Amazon link. When Christmas is coming up, click to the Amazon link on the Titus. Christopher, just mark it, ChristopherTitus.com. Mark that page, and when you go buy something on Amazon, click through that link. It helps us out. That's how you can help us out. Then we can actually keep this thing clean advertising. The other guy I want to talk about is a guy named Johnny Jalopy. If you guys, car guys, and I know listen to this, if you want something really cool done, if you're, let's say you say your buddy's got a badass Mustang that he loves, and you want to get a drawing for Christmas for him, like a car, yeah, for something, go to Johnny Jalopy and just look him up. He's really great, just a good artist, and he's not that expensive.
And
really.
he's a nice guy, which always helps.
Yeah, he's a good human. That's what I like about him. So those are 2 people I'm backing up right now. Do me a favor, guys. Hit Santa Barbara if you're close. Go to Santa Barbara on Saturday. Second show, we'll have the after party. We'll hang. We're going to film Angry Pursuit of Happiness. And thanks for listening. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. There's people out there listening, man. We got to say, I know every once in a while people ask about me all the time.
They love you.
Yes, they do. Every club we go to, I have to explain where the hell you went.
Hey, man, when you're this sexy, man, you're going to be gone half the time. That's how it is. People need your time.
It's because we're working and you leave.
Really? Is sluts on your list?
Always, man. Always.
Put pant first.
All right, guys. This is the Titus Podcast. I'm Christopher Titus. For myself, Bombshell Rae and Willie Jello Johnson. Later.
Peace out.
Jello, bitches.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow, you added bitches. Why did you add bitches?
I guess if you're going to have...
Because they bitches sometimes, man. They are bitches. We love them. They are bitches. That's how we deal with them.
I guess if you're going to have sluts as your whole to-do list and you have number 1, put on paint, you're going to have to make number 3, take off pants.